The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. By 3 methods, we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. When you see a good person, think of becoming like him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. The faults of a superior person are like the sun and moon. They have their faults, and everyone sees them. They change, and everyone looks up to them. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. The cautious seldom err. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The wise are not learned. The learned are not wise. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. It is better to play than do nothing. The man of wisdom is never of 2 minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals. Adjust the action steps. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Respect yourself and others will respect you. The noble-minded are calm and steady. Little people are forever fussing and fretting. Recompense injury with justice and recompense kindness with kindness. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. The superior man is distressed by his want of ability. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, Wealth is something to be ashamed of. The more you don't have sex, the less you want it. He who learns without thinking is lost. He who thinks without learning is in great danger. The essence of knowledge is having it to apply it, not having it to confess your ignorance. The perfecting of oneself is the fundamental base of all progress and all moral development. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. To be able to practice 5 things everywhere under heaven constitutes perfect virtue: gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Review the old and deduce the new. A long absence of sex turns a person into a neurotic. The firm, the enduring, the simple, and the modest are near to virtue. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage. When you know a thing, to hold that you know it, and when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it, this is knowledge. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. The more a man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. When it is obvious that goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, but adjust the action steps. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous.